Hello friends, welcome to a new video. Today we will be covering the portion of SQL queries and we will be writing the queries and we'll be doing some practical as well. So let's jump to the topic. So the topic that we are going to cover today is SQL query. Query or queries. So already we have discussed what is SQL. It is structured query language. It is a language that has some kind of queries, a way of writing the commands so that your database understands that and give you the result. So for that we have already discussed about DML and DDL. So in that we have seen DML is related to the manipulation of the data inside the table or the relation, and DDL stands for the structure of the objects. It is related to structure of the objects, and the objects of your database are tables, views, and this DDL helps you to change its structure or make a new structure or delete this structure, whereas DML deals with the information inside your table or your object. Okay, so let's see in detail what does that mean. So already we have learned DDL is used for creating. We take the example of a table where table can be created. Okay, you can change the structure of your table by using the statement alter. You can also completely remove the table by using a command of drop. So it has different syntaxes that we will be seeing how to use them. And then comes DML. For DML, we are only dealing with the data inside your table. So for that, after creating the table, the first step is to create a table. Then you have to insert values inside the table, or you have to fill the rows of the table using insert statement. Then comes select. Select statement is used for displaying the content inside your table. After inserting some rows, you can see what are available inside the table using this select statement. Then comes deleting a row. You can also delete any of the rows which you find is not at all useful afterwards. So this delete statement is used in such cases. Then sometimes your data of particular column may change. In that case, you have to use update statement. That means you are changing the value of a column, but other values of the column remain the same. In that case, you can go for this update. So again, you are changing something inside your tables row. So all these statements are DML statements that works with the manipulating of data. This all uses or works with changing the structure of your table or of any of the objects. Okay, so we have to see one by one what are the syntax of all these, and then we have to do the practicals. Okay, so the first step in the practical, when you do practical, is creating a database. First step is to create a database. Then follows creating a table. Okay, then comes filling the rows of your table. Then you can display the information, display the data or the table, data of your table. Okay, these are the basic steps in your practical. So first we have to create a database. A database may contain one or more than one table. Inside the same database, you can have multiple tables. and then inside a table you can have multiple rows. Okay, then you can display those information. These are the basic practical of your SQL statements. Okay, now let's check how to create this database. So the syntax for creating a database is visible here. The first step is create database, and you have to write the name of your database. So this you have to write as such. The system understand using this, your editor understand this, create database, and you can give any name to your database as per your choice, and then put a semicolon so that the statement ends. After that you go for creating a table. So what is the syntax of creating a table is create the table name, create the word table, then comes the table name. This is your choice name, any name you can insert here which makes a meaningful table name. Instead of giving like ABC, DEF and all such names, you can give a meaningful name to your table. Like if the table is related to displaying the details of your department, you can give DEPT, or you can give DEPT underscore department of your CS, or any information that you are inserting in your tables for your better understanding. Okay, next comes the columns that you want to put inside your table. So this is the name of your column, and then specify what type of data the table has. Then comes the second column, what type of data the table has. Then display all the columns what you want to write, how many till you can insert any number of columns inside your table, then write the type of data corresponding to that column name, and then complete the bracket, and then put a semicolon so that the system understand or the editor understand that your statement is done. Okay, so we will be doing practical of this one. This is the normal way of creating a table. Now you can see on the right here, not null is used and default is used. Here null is also written, default is written, and some value is to be given. Okay, so what does that mean? So in the previous video you can check there, SQL constraint is there. Okay, in that you have to assign a kind of rule to your columns. So out of those available constraints, that it has to follow those rules. That means if you are writing not null for this column name 1, the first column should not be left null at any point of time. You have to have a value in that. Second one is default of null. That means column 2, if it doesn't have a value at any point of time, the default value should be null for that column. Next comes default and some value. That means you have to give some value of your choice here, and that will be taken as a default value. In this case it is taking null, in this case it will be taking according to your choice. We can check this later. Okay, so this is how to create a table with the table name. Okay, so if you see, this is create table example. So here table name is items, so use the word create table, then a new name items table is being created with item code as the first column. It's given as char of 5, you can use varchar all the time. Then comes item description or item underscore DSC as the second column. This is column number 1, column number 2. Data type is again character, and it should not be left as null. This is the constraint. Then comes third column, and its data type is decimal. So CP should take values in the decimal way. SP also, maybe it is cost price and selling price of the item. So both has the same value, same data type. Okay. Then comes the how to see the structure of the table that you have created. Let's go to the next page. Use any of these commands in your MySQL platform that is given. and your table name. DESC or give describe and give your table name that you have just created. So once it is uh, given, it may appear like this. What are the fields? Fields means the columns that you have created. So we have created item code, item description, CP and SP. Both has decimal values. These both have var or character values. These are null, these are null, these are null. The fourth one was given with a constraint, not null. So this is showing the constraint for it. Then comes default value for it. So these are the information that will be usually displayed when you give this describe statement. Okay. Then comes insert statement, how to insert value into the table or into the rows of the table. So the first one is insert into, write the table name. So in this case, it is the items table that you have just created, and write the term values, and then give one by one the values of the column. For example, if here it is item code, item description, CP and SP, so write all the four columns. You can see here example is given 1, 2, 3 and 4. Four values are listed here. Okay, and the first two are character type, so give this quotation for that. Okay, so usually single quotation will work. Then here the second value is also character value, so it's in the quotes, and then comes decimal value. You can write it 50 and 6. It will be taken as decimal values. Okay, so like that, so many values are inserted every time, and you have to run the command. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 rows are inserted into this table. You can see one by one different values are used here. Then comes seeing the detail of the rows of your table. So already if you see, if you have inserted four columns, maybe the values are inserted in your table, but how to see those information is using the select statement. So it is select star from your table name. This will help you to see all the details of your rows of the table. Star makes use of all the columns of your table. That star stands for all the columns. You can see the details here. It is select star from the table name. The table name goes on changing. Star means all the columns. So if you specifically want to give only or see some of the data or some of the column name, so give select column name, one column, second column, and which column you want to see, write only those names separated by comma. Give only column name separated by comma, and then write from, and then write the table name of your table that you want to retrieve the data from, and give a semicolon. Example is like this: select item description and SP. So two columns are selected in this case from the table items, and this is the information in front of you. Only item description is displayed here and SP is displayed here, and you can see these values were entered as single digits, but it is taken as decimal point because of the data type. This is another example where three columns are displayed, where SP is displayed, to be displayed, and second column is item description, then comes CP. Okay. Then if you see this one, select item description, then comes SP minus CP, that means selling price minus cost price. So calculation also is allowed. This is arithmetic calculation happening inside your. So here you can see arithmetic operation is done, arithmetic calculation is done, where SP is subtracted from CP. You can also use addition, multiplication, division in these cases. Okay. Next one is, and you get a column with that name. So here that is displayed. Okay, and you can also give a name to it just after writing the column new name that you want to appear here instead of this calculation name. Okay, that we will see in the practical session. Now next one is using where. So select star from table name will give you all the information in the available in the table. If you want to reduce the rows based on some condition, you have to use a where, use the word where, and then write the condition that you want to apply. So here the condition is CP is greater than 30. That means those rows where you have the value which is greater than 30 for CP column, only those rows will be given to you in the result. So here if you see that CP is 50 and 35, the other rows may not be having more than 30 CP. So for those rows only that the information is displayed here. Okay, so you can filter the information using the where clause. And the example here is one condition and another condition. Two conditions are used. They are connected by the word and. You can also use or in this case, not also you can use. Okay. So these are logical operators where you have to make a decision based on this. So here CP first condition, second condition connected using and or and use it in the where clause. That is also possible. Then comes the word distinct in the select statement. So distinct word is used for avoiding the duplicacy. If you have the similar rows repeated many times, you can avoid those values information by using the word distinct of CP. So if that same value is repeated, that CP value will not be given, will be shown only once. Okay, also you can use the word order by. Order by is used for arrange the values in the ascending or descending order. So if you see here displaying the result and then order by SP. So your selling price value information will be based on your selling price column. The values will be arranged. The whole rows will get arranged according to SP. You can only give one column here. Why? Because it will create ambiguity otherwise. And you can also write the word DSC or ASC both. For ASC for ascending, DSC for descending. So it will be in descending order. If you give ASC, it will be in ascending order from small to larger. Since it is DSC, it is larger to smaller value will be displayed here. We can see this in the practical better and understand better. After select, you have to know about updating the values of your rows. In that case, that means you are changing the rows one value and the information will be changed in that. For example, if you are having a number of students or the students table in your database, then after 1 year you want to change the age of the child to one more year. In that case, you have to use update query. And how to do that? Update, give the table name, use the word update, give the table name for which table you want to make a change, use the word set, write the column where you want to make a change, give the new value. Okay, and how to identify which information you have to change. You can also use a where clause, otherwise also this value will be getting changed. Okay, identify that column. Usually this is the syntax. Okay, use that and you can change your value of your row. Next one is deleting your tables information. So when you are deleting the rows, be very careful to use the where clause, because if you won't give this where clause, the whole rows will be getting deleted from your table. So be very careful to give this where clause. So delete from the table name where you have to specify the rows where you want to display or what are the condition you have to apply so that those rows only will get deleted. If you won't give this condition, the whole rows will get deleted at once. So be very careful when doing these statements. Example of update is given here. Update, the column table's name is item, set the value of SP as 22. So before some value was there, change it to 22. So new value of SP will be 22, where the item code is this one. So first find out where your item code is, B010. Wherever it is, those rows SP value will be changed to 22 in your table items. Okay, so when you will do practical, you will understand better. These are the syntax of your query. This is example of a delete statement. Delete from your table name and specify the condition. And this, instead of using this, go for these statements always, because that is better. Otherwise, without knowing, all the information will be deleted mostly. So if you want to delete all the information, all the rows, use these statements. That's fine. Already we have seen the DML statements: insert, select, update, and delete. Okay, and in DDL we have seen only create. Now how to change the structure of your table is done using order statement. So that syntax is given here. One more thing is there, that is dropping your table. That also we will be seeing. So this all we have covered, and this also we have covered. We have to see this alter and drop. So this is the syntax of alter. Alter means it will be changing the structure of the table by changing the data type of your table, or by adding a new column to your table. These all things are done using alter statement. So alter table name, alter the word table, give the table name, whatever is the table name, and then add. If you want to add a new column, give the word add, write the new column, its data type, write the second new column that you want to give and its data type. Okay, and then put a semicolon. So this is adding a new row to your, new column to your table. Okay, now add table, alter table items. In items table, you are adding a new column called profit with the data type as decimal. So that will be done, and you can check later the structure of your table. Next one is alter table items, drop profit. In that case, after some time, you are deleting your profit table, that profit column that you have created. Okay, so these are the two syntaxes. One is adding, another one is dropping. One more option is available, that is modifying. Modifying means you are making change to your data type. So you can't change directly decimal to any decimal values to directly to text values, but you can also change the size of your text. Like if you were using varchar of 20 before, you can change it to varchar of 50 later. So that change is possible. Varchar of 50 is possible. So that is done like this. Alter table, name of your table, use the word modify, give the column name and change the and write the new data type. Case it was 20 before, and then now the command changes it to 30. The last DDL statement is deleting the table, and it is done using drop table name. So by this, whatever information is in your table, not information inside your table, that whole table gets deleted. Okay, it removes the structure from your database. To drop the structure of items table, okay, drop table name is the command name, command for this dropping table. So by this, your all DDL and DMLs are theoretically understandable, and now we can use these things in our practical session. Okay, so hope you understood this. I would like you to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and do comment if you have any doubt. See you in the next video.